Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. Well, not once again, it's a different tier list, but it's a tier list anyway. Today, we are here with, I wouldn't rule out someone getting pissed off, but with a more light-hearted tier list. We are going to do the skins tier list. And, oh boy. Every single Survivor skin, there's a shit ton. I'm not going to analyse them too deeply, it's a bit hard to. But I'll give you passing thoughts and maybe mention a couple of people who I think of when I look at that skin, and just generally have fun with it. Let me know your favourite and least favourite skins down below. And without further ado, let's get into it with the very worst skin in the game. And I'm sorry, Martin, it belongs to you. It is not Wasteland, but it is indeed Zombie Killing Time Martin as my least favourite skin. This is something I should also, emphasise. This entire tier list isn't, me analysing what skins I think are the objectively best, what I think would be the most normalised opinion. No, this is my tier list based on how much I like the skins and nothing more. So, if I was doing it objectively, I'd have Retribution Jill top. It's pretty, or second, it's pretty inarguable that that would be top three. But in my own tier list, well, we'll just have to see where that is. But yes, my least favourite skin is this. Good lord, Martin, what did they do to you? I see his other wrestling skins, and they're not great, but what they do that's a bit better is, the texture on Martin's skin-tight wrestling outfits here. You know, here it's a bit more softer on the eye. Here, it's shiny blue, it's literally reflecting as I turn. And to make it even worse, that mask is weird. That mask looks racist. Why is he a blackface? I just can't deal with it. And then you get the full definition of his bulge. His arse is screaming for life. It's just fucking horrendous. And it's my least favourite skin in the game. Second bottom, I must say this is the F tier. I don't think that needs clarification. Next up, we have Alpacalypse Shiny. Yeah, so this bad boy. I mean, look at the state of it. They tease us with the fact you have classic Jill's outfit on there, but instead of it being on Jill herself, it's on a fucking shiny alpaca. It's horrific. It's disgusting. It's second bottom. And taking the bronze spoon, third bottom, we are going with Honey Bun Bun Shiny. Again, it's just a bit of an eyesore. It looks like Becca's bunny face doesn't have eyeballs in this shiny variant. There's that weird, foil. It looks like it's her bunny hair, but it looks like just foil over the top of her shirt. And it's just all a bit grim. After that, it's back to our boy Martin, and it's back to the Lucha Libre series. We're going with Lucha Libre Shiny. I mean, it's just a bit daft. A completely silver face. He looks like a shit cosplay of the Terminator. The bulge is in full effect again, and he's even got the chest hair in there. Not good, Martin. Better than that, still shit. After that, we move over to Valerie Harmon with Overqualified. No, Overqualified Shiny. I was going to say that's slightly harsh. Yeah, Overqualified Shiny. It's shiny on the default skin. It just looks bizarre. It's like with Becca's Shiny Bunny. It's the default outfit, but with a shiny fit. You can't even make... the animals look bad anyway, but when they're shiny, they are just even worse. After that, I'm afraid it's back to Martin. And, We're about halfway through the F tier now. Martin knocking out another skin here as he comes back with Chicken Attack Shiny. Again, look at the eyes. It's just, you can barely see the eyeballs. They just look like a big circle and it's absolutely frightening. And again, the shiny chrome effect really doesn't work for the animals, as we can see so far. After that, Samuel Jordan gets in on the act with Ruthless Boxer Shiny. Again, at least I can kind of make out his eyeballs this time, but it's just a whole uncanny valley look overall. Not nice. He does it better with his other kangaroo skins. This is Samuel's worst effort. And Jan is not going to get away either. She is coming in with two Cool for School Shiny. Again, the eyes get butchered when they are shiny. Just seeing the slogan on Jan's shirt in shiny is also a bit weird. Yeah, and again, we continue the theme of shiny animals looking shit. After that, we are back to Jill. We had Alpacalypse shiny, we now have Alpacalypse. Looks a tad better because you can actually make out the face, unlike in that disaster. But it's Jill with her classic skin as an alpaca. It's not good. It just looks wrong. Like, some of the other animal skins, they're not good, but this straight up looks like they've taken a fucking alpaca and put it in a skin. At least with, say, Tyrone's, you know, it doesn't look like a proper cow. It's clearly fake and put together, but here it looks horrifyingly realistic. After that, back to Samuel, and we come in with a non-animal skin, and it's zombie killing time. What the fuck is this? Like, it's a bold statement anyway, just the mask and the arm guards and the whole latexy shininess. But it's the colours as well, like you've got black with yellow warning stripes and really garish red on top of it. It's just a horrible package and looks awful. Now, next up, we have our first golden skin, and it's Golden Martin. I'm sorry, most of it's the backpack. It just looks wrong. A golden backpack, and then he's still wearing his dorky clothes. It just looks so wrong and out of place. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this, apart from one person. Yeah, but not good. After that, Golden Jan. Again, it just doesn't work for her. I think it's the slogan on her shirt, them being chromed by gold. It just looks weird. The rest of it isn't garish, but it's still just like you've painted it in gold, and it doesn't really suit Jan. It just looks a bit of a contrast to her. And after that, another gold skin, Golden Valerie. Again, the backpack looks ridiculous. I do like the hoodie in gold. The rest of it, a bit too much. It's a bit too flashy, to say the least. After that, we go back to animal skins with Utter Disaster, Shiny Tyrone. And boy, it is an utter disaster, isn't it? I give it a minor point here because the eyes on the cow Tyrone skins are very, like, comical anyway. So on the shiny one, it doesn't get butchered, like there's no eyeballs to butcher. And yeah, it just looks weird. I wouldn't say it looks awful, but it's in the F tier because, again, it's just chrome silver without actually being good. It's a chrome animal. It's hard to make that look good. And to end the F tier and the very worst skins in the game, we have Overqualified, the first Val koala skin. Now, I like what they're trying to do. You know, they still have Valerie's braided hair sticking out. The glasses on the koala are cute, but it's just the big head. It goes from potentially cute to just a bit too much. It's like 80% creepy and 20% cute, and that's too much of an imbalance. After that, we go into the E tier. So we're getting slightly better. Not too much yet, though. It is not a llama, Jill. I don't think this one's horrific enough to be in the F tier. I like the fur colour and the top, the leopard print. That's quite cool. It's still alpaca Jill, so it has its limits. As does the very next one, Party Packer. I think this one's just funny. It's shit, but the gold contrast with the pink, it's fun. Like, if I see someone wearing alpaca Jill like that, I'm like, oh god, are you a furry? But if I see them wearing that, I'm like, okay, you're just having fun and trolling, and that's funny. So, yeah, not as bad. Up next in the E tier is Capcom Legends Martin, the red variant. Again, better than that travesty because it doesn't have the shiny latex texture. You know, it's more of a washed out red, washed out grey. The chest hair is abysmal, but the actual aesthetic of the outfit colours, they're not too bad. The face mask deducts many points again, but at least it's not that. And after that, we go back to Jan for a bit. We have Capcom Legends Green, and where would that be? That one. Yeah, I mean, the leopard print on her chest is interesting. The green is okay. It's a bit of a bland green, but then the like golden decals give it a little bit of pop. But it isn't eye-catching enough with its colours, so it's just E tier. After that, we go back to Valerie, and we are into the first few skins now. It's Urban Camo Valerie. I don't know, this just, it's boring. And it looks under-detailed. Like, that doesn't look like a full attempt to be camouflage. It just looks like she painted a few camouflage patterns on her hoodie, and that's about it. And then the trousers she has on are boring as fuck as well. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this one. Valerie has a lot of personality, and her just wearing this is like... what? After that, we go to the first of the DLC skins. Yes, I'm including them. I'm sorry, Martin, it's you again with Martin S. Kennedy. Now, I haven't put it in F tier because, you know, it at least looks kinda cute. Like, it's like Martin cosplaying, it's cute, it's admirable, but it looks so bad. Like, it just does not suit that RPD police uniform at all, bless him. But again, I think if I see someone who's a Martin main wearing that, I think, oh, that's cute. But if I go to pick a skin when I'm using Martin, God, I would never pick this. So, yeah. Back to Becca, and we are going to go with, where is it? Honey Bun Bun, the first of the rabbits. Yeah, I like the pink. I like the pink colour. It's a nice shade. Unfortunately, it's a fucking bunny rabbit, so it only has so much it can go. I think the default shirt's also a bit boring. They could have done more with that there. But yeah, the colour pink for the rabbit, it's nice enough. So it's not horrendous tier. And then following that, we stay with the bunnies, and we have Bad Hair Day, I believe. Yes. Yeah, I mean, a more natural bunny colour. I like the shirt. It's still a fucking bunny, but it's a bit better. And then we go to Hop to It as well. Again, more of a natural rabbit fur colour. And the shirt's a really nice poppy blue contrast. I would have liked to have that on Becca herself, that shirt. So yeah, it's minor improvements. And the last one in the E tier, it's back to Jill, and no, it's not an alpaca because they're all fucking gone. It's this one. I miss the 80s. A lot of people like that skin a lot. This variant of it is just bad. I've always called it the Republic of Ireland skin, because it just looks like the Irish flag if it was put into a skin. I mean, there's blue in there as well, but you get me. It's the hair as well, like orange and greeny yellow. And it's not even like a nice popping greeny yellow, it's just like someone's mixed paint together and then splodged it with a bit of black. It just looks badly mixed. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. The skin design itself, like the glasses and the aesthetic of the outfit, saves it from being even lower. Because if this was a colour scheme on an animal like Alpaca Jill, oh, this would be fighting for bottom. Anyway, out of the god-awful skins, we go into skins that are a bit more questionable, but also not as offensive. I think this is where they start to be a bit better. And we open up the D tier with Lucha Libre Shiny Jan. It's just alright. Like, the Lucha Libre Jan skin, I think it needs shininess in its texture to pop out, unlike, where was it? Unlike that one, which is just a bit too bland for the tone of green. This one's more striking, but it does also take away the details of the mask a bit. So it's just limited here, but I don't think it looks bad. After that, though, we go to Claire Redfield Jan. The first of the girls' skins for Claire to pop up, and I don't know, this just doesn't work for Jan, really. Like, the outfit itself, it's obviously iconic on Claire, and it's not a bad outfit, but for Jan herself, it just makes her look like a bit of a raging lesbian, to be honest. It just doesn't really work for her. But the skin itself is still, you know, a nice skin. After that, we have our first default skin. And I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not. I can imagine some people really love default Val, and I think some people really don't like it because of the curse of the babies and whatever. But for me, it's not even that I associate this with rank 1s, it just makes Val look too kiddish. Too much of a baby, too infantile. Like, it's like a baby yellow colour, and it's pure yellow. The blue jeans, the backpack, I don't know, it just gives off a really kiddie vibe. I like the shoes being yellow, but yeah, the rest of it is just very... It's like a duck, but it's like a duck toy I'd give a 2-year-old. Like, it's cute and nice enough for a baby, but it just gives me the ick, to be honest, and I think it's the worst default skin. Following that in the D tier, we have Urban Camouflage Martin. Where are you, sir? Here. Yeah, I mean, it's just boring, the color scheme. Like, they put the camo kind of in the wrong places, really. Camo trousers, camo backpack, and then the shirt itself is just not a good contrast color. Yeah, it just... There could be something more appealing here. They could have really done something more. I think the camo trousers and backpack isn't a bad idea, but then the red shirt just makes it look so drab and lifeless. After that, we have Wasteland Val Shiny. Where is it? There. I like the variants of the Wasteland Vals. The shiny one just looks a bit weird, because you can see there's so much going on in these skins visually, and then that all gets stripped away, and she's just got a silver chromed bag, and she can't even see out of her goggles. Like, it doesn't look awful. Chromey silver looks okay for the Wasteland aesthetics, but here it's just a little bit more off the mark. After that, it's Valerie again. Back to her hoodies, and it's the grunge one. I don't know. This one, it's just a bit bland. Black can work, but I don't know, Rock's not dead. I don't particularly like the slogan. The jeans are boring. The backpack's there and it's not doing much. It's just a run-of-the-mill costume that could have been improved in many ways, and if I pack this in a cosmetic chest, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not using that. Up next is our second default skin, and it's Tyrone. I am not the biggest fan of this. He's got weird three-quarter length trousers. I don't like his shirt. It looks like something a granddad would wear. But at the same time, like, I think that's just my personal taste. I don't think it's a bad default skin. Like, the greeny color's nice enough. Works with Tyrone. Yeah, it's a decent aesthetic for a default skin. It's not something that gives me the ick like Val, but it's just a bit safer without being spectacular. After that, Urban Camouflage Jan. Now, I know one or two people really like this one, and a lot of people hate it. French Reaper wears it a lot, and I used to like this much less. And don't get me wrong, it's only D tier now, but it's improved in my estimations. It's a statement, color-wise. I think to make it work better, Jan's hair needs to be a different color. I think make it black, like the black shirt and boots, and it might contrast better. But with her hair being the same color as the main part of her outfit, it just looks a bit washed out. But yeah, and fun fact, this was the first skin I ever unlocked. Lucky me. After that, back to Tyrone's default variants with, where are you? Grunge. Again, the aesthetic is just too much of an older man. The red and black stripy shirt, it's like, you'd have to be at least mid-40s to wear that. The three-quarter trousers look scuffed and washed out. It's a bit nicer than that, because I don't normally like the cross-check shirt design like that on anything. Stripey's a little bit better, still a bit too old man-y. And the last in the D tier is Lucha Libre Samuel Shiny. Where are you? There. I mean, at least with it being all chromed out, I don't need to see that. It still looks a bit weird, but it's just less detail in a good way. The actual design of the skin is always going to take a lot to make it look good. But yeah, it works better than that for just being shiny silver. It looks a bit more like, yeah, just visually striking in a good way. Anyway, from this point in, I think we're on to ones that I'd say have a good redeeming quality about all of them. Like, at least one thing I like about them in a good way. There's still questionable skins. Skins I'm like, yeah, I'm not convinced about you. But I'll like some aspect of the skin quite a bit. And the perfect way to summarize that is our first one. Very good quality for Val. Like, the koala again, it looks off, but I really, really like that hoodie. I wish Val had that hoodie in her default skins. It's just a nice, really nice colour, nice pattern across the chest. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Unfortunately, the weird blue koala deducts a lot of points still. After that, we go back to Jan's penguins with Waddle Me This. And I'm waddling the wrong way. What am I doing? There we go. Waddle Me This. Yeah, I mean, it's a simple colour palette. Black, white, grey. But it blends together quite nice. You got the, like, heart on the chest for chest hair as well. Yeah, it's like... It's too bland to be good. But it also works. Like, it looks more natural as an animal skin. It just looks like an animal in a better way. It isn't like an animal cosplaying or an animal with a laughably massive head. The face is fine, it's just penguin. Yeah, it's perfectly okay. After that, we stay with Jan's penguins and we go to Penguin Club. Bit more questionable in the colours, but I think it's better. I really like that blue. The white contrasts with it nicely. I think the black jacket's a bit out of place and boring. I think they could have blended that in better, but I like the blue and white contrast. And then it's Too Cool for School, the base penguin. Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. You've got the normal penguin look. And the colours work well together with her normal jacket. Yeah, again, it's an animal skin, can only be so high, but I rate that. It's nice enough. I just think it's not a bad animal skin, but Jan has so many good skins that I've just never used this, unless really pressed to. After that, it's back to default skins, and it's default Jill, actually. Now, if this was me talking about RE3 Remake Jill's skin, I'd put it higher. And you might say, well, that doesn't make sense, it's the exact same skin. And it is, but unfortunately, having played the RE3 Remake, seeing everything in such high detail, and then seeing the quality, it gets rendered down, because, you know, it's a multiplayer game. They've got to do ways to make it as stable as possible, and even then it struggles sometimes. But one of those ways is just, you know, downgrading the textures and details on Jill's default skin. It just doesn't look as good. It just looks more plasticky, not as realistic the way it moves. Yeah, if you play the RE3 Remake, you'd notice the difference as well. It's just like a textures thing. And it looks more plastic and washed out here. After that, default Jan. I don't know. I've always been half and half about this skin. I think on one hand it suits Jan in places, but then I've never been fully convinced on the skinny jeans for Jan. I think it's... I don't know. They should have been ripped. Yeah, they should have been ripped jeans at the knees. Just looks a bit too smooth for Jan. The biker jacket's a solid idea, but again, needs a bit more rough around the edges on it, I think. Good colour palette though, and it's a solid skin. Next, Zombie Killing Time. Oh, sorry, Zombie Killing Time Jan. Is where? There. Yeah. I mean, it's really nice yellowy orange contrast with black. It's just a really good color statement. Again, the mask with the Lucha Libre ones are very hit and miss. With Jan, they don't work. With Martin, they're awful. But with Tyrone, which we'll come to see, they're a bit better. But yeah, there's a limit on Jan's ones here. But I like the colors. After that, Neon Knights Vow. Where are you? There. Yeah, see, this is more like the default skin for being kiddie, but it's kiddie in a good way. It's pinky and feminine, but it's also, you know, I heart the 80s. It's a Val who likes the retro stuff. I like the neon green backpack here. I think it works really well. Again, it's still a bit too childish for me to get on board with it and use it myself, but it isn't like just pure yellow, blue, looks kiddie. Like, at least this has a slogan, the neon green backpack, the pink shoes are cute. It's just a better version of that, really. So, I rate it higher. Next, we actually move on to one of Tyrone's Lucha Libre skins, and his worst variant for me is Zombie Killing Time. It's just the green. It's got that awful latexy texture like Martin had for the worst skin, and the bogey green colour as well. It's just, no. It doesn't work. It looks very weird. The actual design I still think is cool for Tyrone's Lucha Libre skins. Like, that's very cool. That is cool too, but just not in green. After that, we move to Wasteland Shiny Becca. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, there. Interesting one, this. I really like Wasteland Becca's aesthetic. I think it works really nicely with, you know, her hair parted on one side like that as well. And I think Wasteland Shiny could look okay, but it's that face paint that they take from the base Wasteland that just, yeah. If she had her face there, but in shiny, that would look better. As it stands, it just looks interesting. I think the chrome works for most Wasteland skins, but as I say, the face paint stops this one being a bit higher. Then we have Pouched Pugilist. I like Samuel's kangaroo skins, but a bit like with Tyrone's one I just mentioned, it's the colour here. The kind of washed out orangey yellow on a kangaroo just looks a bit weird here. It makes it look mouldy. Yeah. I like the jacket though. If that was on base Samuel, yeah, I'd love a skin with that jacket. But that colour just does not work that well for the kangaroo. Up next, it's Grunge Martin. Where are you? There. Like, it just screams this will be one of the first free skins I'll get in a cosmetic chest. Like, it's like Tyrone's shirts, but yeah, just a little bit better because it's got a bit of a better color contrast. Like, it's got the white underneath that makes it pop a little better, but the colors are very uninspired and drab, really. It's okay, but it's not Martin. After that, Jill time again, Urban Camo Jill. Definitely one of my least favorite Jill base skins. Yeah, I don't know. It's that design on the top, on the shirt, it could have been okay if like the bottom half kind of went with it as well. But they kind of went all in on her top, and then the bottom half, they were just like, yeah, keep it simple. And I think for that skin to look better, they needed to go full in with the crazy design on that one, and not half and half. But it looks okay. And then to wrap up the C tier, we go to Zombie Killing Time Jill. Where are you? This one. See, I think most people would have this in E. I like these. Unpopular opinion, but I like them. And I don't like that as much, unsurprisingly. But again, the fact I like these two by default for their design means that I still like the design here, which keeps this in C tier. It's just, yeah, the yellow just stands out like a sore thumb. If they went pure purple, I think that would look quite nice. But yeah, that wraps up C tier. And now on to B tier. And again, we've got so many skins to come, so even if you're B tier here, it doesn't necessarily mean your skin's good. It just means that it's serviceable, and that's exactly what Beach Breeze Tyrone is. It's better than that. It's a bit more, yeah, it's just got a nice chill vibe, hasn't it? It's better, but it doesn't stand out in any way. It's just a solid skin. Again, nice colour. Nice little pattern design. But it's, again, one of the default skin variants. There's only so much you can do. After that, it's Neon Knights Tyrone. Bit more of a fashion statement here. I think it half works really well and half is a little bit weird. But I like the neon blue and neon green contrasting together. I think it works decently so. It's certainly better than like the uninspired colours here. So yeah, I like that. It's solid. And then another one of Tyrone's default skins, Urban Camouflage. In other words, the Brandon skin. Again, it's like Beach Breeze. It's got a nice pattern, chill vibe on it. I like the blue. It's a nice shade of blue. He's got a nice collar going on there. It sticks out for once. They've actually highlighted it. And yeah, nice shirt. Still just a variant of the default skin, so only so much you can do, but it's better. After that is Grape Quality. There it is. Again, the koala itself, not good. But that jumper, that sweater, the hoodie, sorry. Finally got there, the hoodie. Oh, I love that hoodie. God, if Val had the black and yellow star hoodie as a default hoodie, I would wear that all the time. I love that hoodie. It just makes me sad they used it on the koala. But it's great. I love it. I just don't love the koala, so balances out to B overall. Then it's Udder Disaster. But it's not an Udder Disaster like the shiny one, because this one's fine. This one's fine. It's cute, it's cuddly, the eyes are a bit weird, but, you know, it doesn't look like an actual fucking cow. It just looks like a cow cosplay, and it's cute. The udders, I love the udders. They're funny. The eyes, yeah, as I say, a little bit weird, but it's a much better attempt at an animal skin. Tyrone continues his appearances here with Post-Apocalypse. This one's interesting. Yeah, it's so many colours all at once. I don't know why Tyrone has, is that yellow eyelashes or something? I'm sitting quite far back from my TV. I think he's got yellow eyelashes. But yeah, so many colours in there. I like the Tyrone graffiti over his chest. And I do like the bulletproof vest aesthetic and the jaw guard. I don't even know what that's officially called. But yeah, I like the design idea, but it's just a bit flashy here. And then we go with Pre-Apocalypse. Again, it's a bit cleaner than that. But cleaner in a way that makes it look boring as well. Like, it's good, it's better, but I don't know, the white spiky hair, it's like just a weird hipster granddad. And the trousers being camo, yeah, I mean, it's perfectly okay. Like, if I saw a Tyrone using this, I'd be like, okay, your skin taste is perfectly solid, and that's fine. Well, speaking about skin tastes, I have a lot to explain now, because it's Lucha Libre time again for Samuel. Yeah, we've still got more of these to come. It's this. I kind of like this. It's a fucking travesty. That mask is bizarre, but I like the latexy black and red here. It's like a lava effect. It looks cool. The mask is ridiculous, limits it, but I like the colours. And then back to Wasteland Shiny Tyrone. Where are you there? Yeah, I mean, the chrome again, it's hard to go wrong with the chrome on the Wasteland ones because I think it just looks a bit cleaner. It's still not great, but I like the red hair contrasting in here. It looks kind of cool. It gives, you know, the shininess a little bit of contrast in a good way, so yeah, it's perfectly alright.